Hello. I don't normally just kind of talk randomly and just like spur of the moment stream of consciousness on TikTok, but I'm just gonna do it because I've been seeing a lot of commentary videos about basically like Michaela Noguera and Jaclyn Hill and the angel tree thing, but also like the influencer culture being dead thing, which like thank fucking God I'm so on that train. It's like not even funny. Um let's bring back actual content creators and not just influencers all the time. And just selling things and having social media be a constant like QVC channel, just a nonstop infomercial. Like I am pro that. But particularly, I'm thinking of making a video about like the Jaclyn Hill situation of her asking why she doesn't have engagement anymore, and also kind of looping that into like the evolution of beauty YouTube, or some would say like the de-evolution, and kind of the difference in how people promote things and what they promote, and how it's always tended to involve undisclosed advertisements and just a bunch of different things, and how that's kind of led to the audience being influenced to buy different things, but also have a different relationship with these creators. But all that to say, um, a lot of it involves wealth flaunting with Jaclyn Hill and Michaela Noguera specifically, neither of whom I've ever really followed. I know people really liked both of them when they first started because they were authentic and whatever. Uh, I watched a lot of OG beauty creators back in the day, but I never watched Jaclyn Hill. Uh, my ultimate OG beauty creator is Michelle Phan personally. And then I watched, Bethany Moda, Meredith Foster, Ingrid Nilsson, people like that. But anyway, and then by the time Michaela came up, I wasn't really engaging that much with beauty creators anymore. But they both have gotten a lot of attention and flack for their pretty shameless wealth flaunting. Michaela doing the friggin' $200,000 luxury haul. Jaclyn, I bought two handbags that are each worth thousands of dollars, and they're both leopard print, and I don't know which one to keep and which one to return. So you guys help me. And Michaela gets her closet professionally organized, and she has 300 pairs of pants, and Jaclyn has an entire cabinet full of Stanley tumblers. I think she it looks like she has probably about 30, and they're each tend to be between like $50 and $100 a cup. So she has like thousands of dollars of Stanley tumblers, but she doesn't actually like carrying them too much, especially if it's a cute outfit, because they look sloppy, even though she has 30 of them. But she prefers a different kind of tumbler. Just the excess, like the constant excess, is insane. Cleaning out her closet and having all these sweaters and anything she doesn't wash, she's gonna give to you guys. And they both show their like holiday parties with their 20 seat tables and their, private chefs and all this like bullshit. But what's so funny to me is, and they're both like, they're very similar. I've never followed each of them super closely, but I have watched a lot of commentary on both of them. I'm getting to the point, I promise. But it's so disingenuous and annoying because they're both so similar in the sense that they literally like ask their audience for feedback, and then they make themselves the victim of their audience giving them feedback. Or they try to then like manipulate their audience into like not actually holding them to following through on what their audience told them they wanted them to do, because they literally asked their audience like what they wanted them to do. For example, so Jaclyn has this whole thing of where is my audience and where are my girls that I've built this trust with. They've gradually fallen off over the past 10 years because you have had scandal after scandal after scandal after scam and shilling situation and lying and pleading ignorance and blaming everyone else. That's probably where a lot of them went, FYI. But you still have some fans apparently. And she had this whole thing of the apps aren't showing my content to people that follow me. And then a bunch of people responded and was like, I follow you and I see your content. I just don't engage with it and I scroll past. And initially she was like, that's not what I'm talking about though. Like you're missing the point. And then when she got enough people calling her out for it, then she was like, you guys, I just want to know what you want to see from me, because that was the whole point of this. They're like, I thought that wasn't the point, babe. But all of a sudden it is the point because you're getting called out enough that you need to change the narrative so that you don't look any more like an idiot than you already do. So even though people have been telling her for years to go back to making makeup tutorials, she's like pleading ignorance and is like, tell me what you want to see from me because that's the whole point of this. And then people continue to tell her what they want to see. It doesn't seem like she has any intention doing it, mainly makeup tutorials. But one thing that she gets told people want to see is her doing an angel tree. And she, after asking her audience what they want to see, and after like getting called out for all the wealth flaunting and all she does is sell things, all she does is show her wealth and show her unrealistic lifestyle, and then complain about being burned out and like Unrelatability the musical. She gets up and says, I'm not doing an angel tree, and here's why. Because just because influencers and creators, just because we're not showing ourselves giving back, doesn't mean it's not happening. Well, just because you decide to not show your audience your excessive, ridiculous, unrealistic level of wealth doesn't mean you don't have it. So, what are you gaining out of constantly showing everyone that you have it? By that same logic, do you think you're inspiring people? And in that case, what makes that so much more inspiring than showing yourself giving back to the community and maybe being a positive influence and showing how you can make a positive impact with this holiday season? Like, and I play benefit of the doubt, play devil's advocate. Growing up Christian, there is a part of me intrinsically that does view publicizing charity and publicizing yourself giving back as kind of a little bit performative. It's hard for it to not lean performative and self-congratulatory. I get that. However, by that same logic, I feel like showing your wealth and constantly talking about like, you know, whatever it is, how much money you make, what you're able to do, and how out of touch you are, I feel like that by comparison is way more tacky and way more embarrassing. So it's really telling and kind of pathetic that that's the hill you want to die on, of like, well, just because I don't show it doesn't mean it's not true. It's like, sure, but one, you literally asked your audience what they wanted to see. So they didn't say, you know, prove to us that you give back to the community. They said, we'd like to see this. This would be inspiring. This would be positive. This would be, you know, comforting in these times to see people get things that they may not be able to afford. Maybe because I can't afford a lot of, you know, to provide for myself. So it would be nice to see other people get things. But then it's, you know, that doesn't mean that I don't give. Like, I feel like there's a false equivalence in there somewhere. I'm already at 8 minutes, and if I do a part 2, that's going to be insane. But circling back to Michaela, she literally says she's established such a pattern of gaslighting her audience about what she says, whether it's fucking the Roe v. Wade thing, the Thanksgiving grocery bill thing, the POV lip thing that was like a tinted lip balm, but it's actually a lip treatment. And the initial video saying you can amp it, but then deleting that, and the initial instructions saying you can apply them heavily, but then all of a sudden anyone that's saying it's sticky is wrong, even though you could clearly tell she was pursing the hell out of her lips in that initial video she ended up deleting, and she's saying she responded to comments about it, even though she then deleted the responses. The constant rewriting of history from this woman is like, I don't understand why or how she still has fans or how anyone expects any level of integrity from her. But it goes into this fucking angel tree thing of, I'm gonna have to make a part 2. So we're gonna get to the Michaela half of this in a second.